go. Alright, here we go. Get back up. Alright, let's go.
Gotta keep the claws sharp. Mind the voltage. What you deserve.
Ah, that's fine.
Losing it back.
Let's play a little. Wanna recharge? Out there. Sneak attack. Gotta keep the claws sharp. Mind the voltage. You won't back down.
I should have did like the double,
Right over.
but I want to, I guess, kill him this way.
Means there's multiple ways and multiple times to kill them. Switching it up.
I am not getting anything.
Mission
with those.
accomplished.
Kind of not. I'm not getting the disc drives on one.
Oh damn. This is the phone.
But I keep forgetting I need to
Switching
farm out.
peanut.
I need to farm out a certain one. Just cause. Let me see. Oh, actually. Alright, let's go.
Face the consequences. Huh? Stay vigilant. Gotta keep the claws sharp. Wanna recharge? Following orders. Great timing. Let's play a little. Mind the voltage. Now you can. Right over.
God, it'd be so cool. Alright, nothing there. goodness. That would have been nice to get to. Why is Shockstar so, like, annoying? I don't understand it.
Because gotcha.
Because it got you, yeah, sure.
Keep it going. There it goes.
Ah, that's fine.
Following orders.
You're not gonna burn from that.
Let's play a little. Mind the voltage. Right over.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Top down. Apricot. Easy work. Hold again. Gotta keep the claws sharp. Wanna recharge? What you deserve.
Alright, let's see if I get what I'm looking for this time. Whoop. Okay, well, I'll just take it over and just, you know, scrap them. It's the best thing I can do.
Take them to the recycling bin.
I don't wanna.
But you gotta. Cause they're garbage.
They are.
Try them up. But they might be garbage. Seems like garbage. Might be garbage.
I'm gonna do this. See if I can get poker or something better. Hi guys. Hi. Come on, do something. You don't get stunned like this.
This prey is mine. Roger. Outside. Now you pay.
You're gonna get stunned now.
Let's play a little. Mind the voltage. Right over. What you deserve.
Got it. You're getting stunned again.
Gotta keep the claws sharp.
Bang.
Wanna recharge?
Bang. Dead.
You won't back down.
Super dead.
Finish.
Yay. Yay. No. Ooh. Crit mastery. Crit mastery. I'm kidding. It's not crit mastery. Just. Ugh. What's with these stats? I'll do one more.
Una más.
Yes. One more. Come on, do it. What the heck? That's not what I wanted.
Let's play a little. Mind the bubble.
I did that weird. I'm aware.
What you deserve. Stay safe.
Alright, I had enough.
Choosing advantage.
You want some of this? Come get it. I'll be running though.
A perfect combo. Who's the boss now? Roger. We won't back down.
Stay calm now. I'll eliminate any of them.
What you deserve. That's all. It's time. Off balance.
Yeah. That's how it gets done. Yeah. So that 2 to 3 button, I'm still trying to figure out when it like starts out with ambi. So I'm gonna show you what I mean. Do some training.
Let's go. HA time?
Yes. I
Or
forgot I
regular.
could turn a jukebox down right here. That's crazy. Forgot I could do that.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, so... Oh, man. Yeah, there's a song I need you to play. Right.
What is it? Let me know.
You know what? I'm gonna find it. I got it somewhere. Yep, cool. Alright, so... I gotta find this song. Trust. Alright, so go ahead and pause the bot. No music. I got something. Thank you, DJ. Let me see if I can find it now. It's crazy when you got such a massive collection. It's just like, oh, where do I go? Oh, that's right. Here. Let me see. Because you're in 2 different ones. Well, I think I merged you at one point. Yeah, I think I did. Now I gotta figure out the song. Because this is my favorite song. This is crazy. Oh man, don't you hate when you find the song and you don't know what it is? Or you, like you have a song in your head, you don't know what it is.
Yes, OMG. And it'd be like the most song you listened to recently, or it'd be like song that's like right there and you just can't get it. And now you're just like,
Where
you
is
have
it?
the song bug in your head and you're searching for it.
Uh,
Oof.
let's see. Uh, I don't think it's on this one. Let's see. Where is it? It's crazy. Oh, this is so crazy.
It'll come through when you and you'll soon. I feel it. You
Uh,
finna find it.
it's gonna eat me alive. You know, it's funny because Miles knows this song. Uh,
If you're out there, help us out.
man, Miles will know. Dang it. Oh well. I don't even know. Because it's like so many folders, so many different things I could have put it in. Hold on. Maybe. Let me see if anything. Nope. Okay. That's not gonna work. Okay. Well, I'm kind of like Boone, so I'm gonna have to find like a normal song. That'd be funny if I like end up playing it on the first one. Like, oh, this is it. That'll be so
Oh,
funny.
that'd be wicked. I know, right?
I'll probably die right there. Alright, let's see. Samurai Champloo is still good. It's crazy, I just don't know where this album is. What is this one? Let's see, which one is this?
But to be honest, chat, you should see this man's library. It's crazy.
You're funny.
So, like, don't even be surprised by how long it's taking to find a song. My library is extensive, but massive. Extensive and massive.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Alright. Let me see. This is that album. Yep, this is that album. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna go over here. I think I can do. I like that one. That one's so serious though. No, I ain't trying to put you to sleep. Oh, so now my brain is starting to clock in the songs like literally by order. Wait. Which one was it? Hey, I like that one. This one is so cool. You know what? Since it is about rhythm, let's do that. Alright. Alright, we're just gonna talk about...
I shall follow your.
You know what? I'll do the whole team.
I'm at your disposal. Your wish is my command.
Number 0. And
I shall follow.
looking for end payment received. Let's get to work. Standing by. Pump, 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 pump.
Well, she was actually pretty much on cadence. Video game, Ambi. Alright. Alright, I don't like him moving around a lot. I'm not doing that. No, actually disabled, but you are level 70. And we're good. Oh, okay. Some music. Here we go. Got you. Alright, here we go. Alright, this is what I learned so far. I'm gonna get cut in half. Actually, here we go. Alright, so what I've learned so far here on this game
Is our prey giving you trouble?
is I've learned to dodge so much. I've done it so long because I like playing like home. I like being able to like get stuns in. So I'll give you my whole thing. You can see my buttons while I do it. These
Incoming
buttons
threat.
that you see at the bottom left are actually my real buttons. This is my layout of my controller. I play with a main flash arcade fight stick. So this is my controller, and I love it. It feels more precise for me. My buttons are intentional, and it gives me nice little buffers for other little buttons too.
Flip a switch. Who's the boss now? In position. Outbound. Be focused. All right, I'll take
Oh,
over.
nice interrupt. I'll build my stacks. Oh, I guess not.
Gotta keep the claws sharp. Wanna recharge? Wait a bit. Now you can. Resolve.
Yeah, I did that on purpose.
Choosing it back.
Because I wanted him to get the 2. Oh no, he didn't get the kill.
Play a little. Mind
Well,
voltage.
better look next time, like him. Alright. Well, so my whole dance and float around. As you can see, I kind of use dodge a lot. I don't parry a lot, but because of this new system with poker.
Almost, however.
Say no more.
Huh? What was your feedback, ma'am? I would love to hear your feedback.
Watch out.
Ooh, double oof. Well, I will wait for her response.
Oh no, there's such a lag.
Yeah, it's a real big lag. It's like that. So, what was your feedback question, actually? I will like to take your feedback question. And I will just sit and practice dodging skills with the light mode while I wait for your response.
The feedback was why do you prefer dodging over parrying?
The reason why is because it's unlimited. If you space it out, it's essentials to getting like your counters back. You're playing this like a fighting game or any game. You need to punish them for every single thing they do. They swing at you, punish them for it. That's my mentality. You left yourself open. Now I'm taking advantage of it. Oh, you stunned? Oh, you stunned some more? I'm gonna keep punishing you. Oh, you can't take it? I'm gonna keep punishing you. Oh, you can't take all these hits? Oh, I'm gonna keep hitting you more. Oh, you still can't take all this? Oh, cool. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm gonna keep doing it. Until you get out of it. Oh, you still can't get out of it? Oh, I'm sorry. It's not my problem. I'm gonna keep attacking you with things I know that's gonna keep you from doing anything. And that's how I play. Highly aggressive. Because I love combos. And dodging is where you start. You can't go into a fight going into the fight thinking you got full-on energy. For you to build up
So all you
energy
need
and
is that
resources
little
for your
gap,
team,
and
you need
it's
someone
over.
that's gonna do all that for you. You're gonna need somebody that's gonna do dodging and get the counters and do the thing that needs to be done, which is put this boss in this exact position, make him kneel.
Let's play a little. Mind voltage.
So you can go prey on him. What's your point of doing this?
Is our prey giving you trouble?
Oh, I see.
See how important dodge is? It cancels you out of everything. You're in a combo, you can cancel it in your combo. But make sure your combos are intentional. Because you can cancel them anytime. That's why I dodge so much. And every character has an invulnerable skill too. Remember that. Look, he's getting cocky now. He all feeling himself.
Sneak attack.
Quickly now.
You know what? Skip again. That move, that somersault with Lycombe, he's invulnerable for the whole move. He cannot be touched when he's in that somersault. Once he rises off that ground, he can't be touched. Can't be touched that whole time. And then he can't be touched, as you know, through that. Follow it up with that. But lately, I've been using poker
Move. Perfect conduit.
to get that little extra in there.
Using it better.
And it changed perfectly with any form of flow.
Looking to serve.
I'm faster. Ow. Okay, so you get it with the...
What a difference this makes.
So the reason why I don't use parries is because parries are limited. And they're more of a strategical thing. And they're part of your tactician tools if you want to like be able to go through a fight and know you're gonna dominate for a certain amount of time. You can't rely on doing tag-ins to avoid that. You can only use them for orange moves in doing that. Now you can do them for red moves, but look, you gotta hope the character is meant to do that.
Time to strike back.
You can still get your dodge, but look, essentially, you can't do it on charge moves like that. So you're still forced to use the original moves to help you dodge or to be able to do anything evasive, and that's your dodging. So with dodging, the reason why I do it is because there's a little thing you can do. Dodge, counter, and dodge again, and you can counter right after again if the enemy is constantly swinging at you. The reason why this is done, because it buffers out that 2-second little delay. So 1, 2, you see that little delay down there at the bottom? It gave me a 2-second cooldown. See that? I hope you're gonna see it in a minute. But those dodges affect if you're going to be able to dodge again. So you have to kind of space it out. If you do this, it will give you the time you need to still make your decision.
Wow, and that's really all it takes to get the advantage. I saw it.
Yep. So tagging in like this a lot is not really wise, because you lose control and flow of the fight. So EXs interrupt. They say, I don't want to deal with your attack. You take mine. Ultimates do the same thing. I said it's my turn still. Alright, you know what? Poker, do something.
Flip a switch. Who's the boss now? Wait over.
You see how that flowed? That was a raw tag in there. I went from Lycone and then tagged in Andy because she's last in the party list. This is the reason why I have party next or party member previous and then party member next. Yes. So I can do that. So I can control who comes in. See, that's the disadvantage. You don't get that like all the time. You have to be way more precise.
Giving you trouble. Don't stand there.
See that? It doesn't help you all the time. So you want to learn how to dodge, because if you learn how to dodge, you can dodge everything. Well, didn't dodge that one. But essentially you start to get it. So when you come in with Kokra, one thing to learn about Kokra is that her EX can interrupt. And she's very dodgy. She can dodge a lot of moves. So trust her.
I see now.
And not unless you're not paying attention. Of course you're gonna get hit. Like that. But she can do some really good counters too. Her dodge counter actually gives her a length, and it changes up nice with her her last final move. Which all you have to do is hold the basic attack and you get the last 3 hits, and it's stronger hits. Boom, boom. Because that's just how she works. So once you get the EX out and you trade in, immediately use your EX to call her out.
Watch out.
in Hunter's Gate. Now, every attack you do, she comes out.
Awaiting order.
Let's play a little.
This resets her,
Mind the voltage.
and now she's out there for Ambi.
What you deserve. Loyalty. Yep.
See how much damage that did in that one flow? Pokra. Now I can call back Light Cone. Now he's doing it. And now I'm getting the stun advantage.
Whoa, that's crazy.
I'm not doing this with no add-ons either. Like no unlimited decibels and stuff like that. This is what you can get naturally through your resources. And this is how you play them.
Now you can.
So, every time he does something, you're punished. Pokra, so you can get like home. EX, boom, boom, boom. Dodge counter. Ultimate follow-up. And then EX follow-up.
Let's play
Stun.
a little. Mind the voltage.
And be out. That is free. That's free. And when I say free, it doesn't take any resources when she does that slash. That right there. No.
Alright, I'll take over.
Oh, got her. So when you're playing Pokra, you have her normal attack, which is that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh my gosh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And you see her EX calls out for the previous person before her, which is why you want to put your stunner before her if you want to be double stun. Other than that, this could be your support if you want to put your support before her, and allow your support to come out with a quick assist and then do what they do, and then support the attacker or whoever you have as your third slot, because slots matter in this game. I don't know why people think that the slots are the areas where you put your characters. Don't. They really do, because if you're like playing this game and you're like trying to play to who's next in the party, who's last, and based on what button I'm going to push based on certain circumstances, whether it's a quick assist or it's the reverse quick assist with Pokra's EX, these matter. So you have to start, if you want to change your gameplay and start playing better and learn how to control your team so you can optimize damage, you do have to do this. A lot of the pros actually have this concept already mastered, which is why they're forking out crazy damage. It's not just about the stats, they're forking out crazy damage because, yeah, they understand the mechanics of the bosses. They know when to dodge, they know when to move, they know when to push a button, they know when to punish for certain things, they know when to like interrupt a certain move, they know when not to based on certain circumstances. There's a lot of different things they know, and they know how to control the battlefield with it. So usually the biggest thing that most people will miss is the factor that, like, not pushing a button at the right time. Just know you can eventually mash out of certain situations. If you do take advantage of those assists. If your character ever get hit and it allows you to assist come in with somebody else, use it, because it gets them in an advantage of any of their moves. It's going to get them automatic, like that move for Pokra. Or, well, I should have let her get hit. Really, dude?
Stay focused.
So like this, and have Lycon do his dodge counter and come in. That's really good. It staggers them and interrupts them. And when I say stagger, I don't mean like stun them and like disable them. I mean like it staggers them, pushes them back. Polka's, it gets her there.
Move, will ya?
Oh, well,
Wanna recharge?
should have just cancelled that. But pretty much when you get hit, don't spam it. Do not spam your assist button. Do not just like do this. If you're doing this, as you can see my buttons lighting up, this is what it looks like. You're gonna miss opportunity after opportunity after opportunity.
In position.
When I say don't do this, be very wary of doing this, because a lot of typical people will sometimes smash both of these, knowing that they can probably get one of those little counters in. Don't do that, especially even doing this, which is the dodge, doing this flow. Yes, you do get this thing to where if you do this, you can like buffer it out, but you'll switch your party so many times that you will lose order and flow. You wouldn't even know where your attack goes, not unless you coordinate, you know, where you're gonna push it. Some bosses force you to do the double dodge roll, and then force you to do another one. So it will look like this, this. Oh, that's not what I was trying to do. This, this, this. You get 3 dodges off of them.
Say no more.
See, you get this nice team dodge roll. But still, once again,
In position.
you gotta learn how to buffer it out,
Say no more.
and you can still get hit.
Understood.
Copy.
See how the buffer?
No way.
Look
Right.
at their time.
Okay.
You see the dodge button or the activation skill? You see that? Because each separate dodge counts for each character individually.
Understood.
And from my personal experience, it affects the time.
In position.
Roger.
This is what you get.
Understood.
And you get those.
In position.
So learn, if you're an obsessed spammer of this, just do this.
Roger.
Understood.
Just alternate based on it, and understand the situation. If you have a rainbow skill coming at you, just know it's going to be dodge and then switch. Dodge and then switch. Remember, you have this whole animation of that backstep. You're invulnerable, that backstep. But when you get to the end of the backstep, you can get hit. You can dodge early and get the end of it. You see how far it lingered. As you can see now, like the areas where you can get hit. You get hit, still there. Any lingering, the stop of the animation, you getting hit. So you get that, and that. See, that's a double. But here's how you can help.
Watch out.
Dang it, I don't have no boss that you can fuck. But when you dodge and you counter back, excuse me, some bosses won't flinch upon that hit. This one does. He flinches. He can stagger off of that hit. Stagger, look at that. But when you come across a foe that does not stagger back like that, and they don't flinch, and you keep doing this, and they get one of those, you're gonna have to learn how to dodge roll. So you wait, dodge, counter back, and then when they swing back, you're gonna roll back and do this. But the timing has to be very specific. It is dodge back, this. See how late? I'm like the lane. So this is actually how the animation looks.
Yes,
So
I see.
you see how the clock doesn't get to really reset, and I get to keep going. So when you do it at the right time, you get this, and then you're able to dodge right into the next one. Do a dodge counter to buffer out the time, but not every character needs this. What, you know why?
Incoming threat.
The reason why is because not everyone has an attack counter that's
Don't
single.
obstruct the move.
Polka's is a little. She does that spin claw, but it links with this. And as far as, let me see. Yeah, you can get hit during it. Yep, you can get hit after. Let me see. Yep, you can get hit. So you're not invulnerable the whole time. So you get to do this, but you don't get to finish the combo. So you don't really get to do anything. But this is if you're playing Polka. If you want to play Polka, play Polka. I don't care about no dang damage. You want to style on it? Beat him up? She got utility. She can handle.
Beg for mercy.
She can handle. She can hold her own. She's a stunner, don't forget that.
A deep clean.
And she's a great ally.
In position.
So that's what I got on Polka.
So it's always really important to choose and play on usability versus popularity.
Yes, it's always important. Because it's your own personal preference on how you play this game at the end of the day. Everybody's gonna play it either aggressively. Some people like to play it passively and just like to, I love to delay my attack. I want to see what you could do. I want to see what you could do and just toy with the boss. Oh, I can get hit, so you do this animation. Alright, so I'm gonna learn from this point.
Stay focused.
And they just really study the game. And they get results like that. Able to dodge rainbow moves. And they just learn to either, I'm gonna push a button here, I can push another button here, thinking, oh, you're gonna attack again? No? Okay. At least I'm back in position. Oh, I can set myself up in position. You gotta turn around and hit me again. That's why I dodge so much. Because they help you get out of a moment where you're going to get hit a whole bunch of times and put you back in the battle as fast as possible.
Now you pay.
This is when I use it. I use it to trigger certain moments. Things I need if it's a buff. Too far. I even know the boss's range. So eventually, after fighting them for so long, you really do understand them. And you're able to fight them and beat them up with confidence, knowing what button to push. Knowing what's gonna work. Now I can do all my fancy combos.
Apologies. I'll eliminate any of them.
Let's play a little. Mind the voltage. Outside. Loyalty. Now you pay. Watch out.
Alright, so there's one thing I learned about Andy is that I noticed that when you do her combo, she goes 1, 2, and then she goes. So 1, 2. Look at that. Already doing her combo. All I had to do is hold it. 1, 2. 1, 2. Look at that. What is this? All she needs is that cross slash, that 1-2. So this is 1, but she does, that's 2 when she does that. 1, 2. On that second one, as soon as she does the second hit, you can literally hold down the basic attack, and she'll do all that. That's her whole combo. 1, 2, 3, spam of your EX. Do it again. 1, 2, EX. 1, 2, yep, hold it again. 1, 2, 3, your EX. This again, hold it. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. Whoa.
So yeah, that's the way I play them. But that's because that's how I play Andy. Everybody plays, like, I'm pretty sure there's like a really crazy like skill set to like play this character even more optimally. But this is what I have in her toolkit right now. Just like how Ellen is, you can't really play her to her maximum potential until a certain point in time. You can't like play her EX2, her flow of motion with M0. You can't. You have to have her at M1, and that kind of sucks that like there's skill locks behind the enemy or behind the allies or all the agents. Some of their really good abilities don't unlock unless you mindscape them, which means that you're going to you're going to succumb to the gacha system at some point if you want to like improve them. So that's my only kind of like beef, because I hate gambling. But that's just me. That's just my personal preference. My opinion really don't really matter, but it's just, it doesn't lure me to the game, and it doesn't give me the ability to play the game at its full potential and really have fun. Because I'm being gimped on some of the abilities of the characters, and they're being stressed in certain areas. Like, you have to perform this way in a certain area. So I'm like, okay, M0 is like, okay, I get M0, but I see there's more cool stuff that will make you even more like more actively like, you know, collaborative. Like, I'll feel way more in tune with the game, being able to have the abilities and be able to play the characters how they're supposed to be played, you know, instead of having to go through a whole money struggle to be able to get that, and you know, and that's pretty sucky because of how I play the game. But I guess that's my own free-to-play nature, but that's why I did that to myself. I have to like be accountable because I've used my resources to play other parts of the content or other parts of the game, so I can continue grinding, getting up my characters. But still, it's like, even after getting the characters to be like to a point where I can play them, it still doesn't feel like I'm playing them at their best, and it can be more. It's just only so much I can get out of them, and there's a whole conversation topic to all that, but that's not really where I'm going with it. It's just like some of the characters with the mindscape thing and not being able to like really play them, like Ellen, and not having mindscape. I think it's 1 or 2. I think it's 1, where she's able to chain her EX with her basic attack. That's one thing. So I don't know. You're just missing that is different. I don't know, it just hits different. I think some other characters don't link unless you have the mindscapes.
I agree, because it definitely creates a disadvantage.
I'm nodding too, as if, yeah. But yeah, and that's the difference is a free-to-play player versatile, someone who's throwing money like crazy into the game to get a certain mindscape for a certain character. But then again, I guess that's just maybe 1 or 2 characters. Is it multiple characters? It's sold, then dang, that's crazy. You know, I guess they earned it, but dang, it just sucks being at the bottom kind of thing. But you know, you make the most out of what you got and enjoy what you got. I think that's why I've been building them. And I think I've been kind of straying away from that whole gacha system and just playing the game as it is. I throw stuff in if I get something good and like I'm like yay, but it's just another headache at the end of the day because it's another character I have to learn, another character I have to grind up, and it's just like do I feel like it? No, not really. But it does get fun. Come up with really cool, crazy teams. So I guess that's the enjoyment part of the game, and still playing some of the challenge parts. So. Let's see. Stunnable enemies. Let's go to moving enemies. Let's disable Dolahan and stand next to him. Because he's cool. I still like his glowing face. It's so trippy. Why is he zooming in like that?
Despite a bad ending, once the camera stops rolling, no one's really gone.
Okay, that was philosophical. I guess you're gonna have to have a menu bar in your face, don't you? But yeah. I think that's kind of all I really got.
If only the battlefield were just...
That was like he hit me back. He was like, "Oh no, you ain't gonna hit me, and I ain't gonna hit you back." So they do something. That's cool. Or is that his automatic function? Hold on. Is this sword changing? That'd be cool, like, there's a meter.
You won't back down.
No, his sword is still the same. That would have been cool if there was a thing to where if you could see it, like how rapidly it's changing. Maybe it is. It's like glowing more. I don't know if it was before. Hold on.
Now you pay. Alright, I'll pay.
Amateurs.
Oh, that was weird. It must have been his last hit before I put him on pause. Oh, that was weird. I was about to say, that would have been a cool automatic function. He just does that ultimate. Alright. Anyways. I think that's all I really kind of have for these characters.
Understood.
It's the reason why I have this team set up. There's a reason why I have them in certain positions where Lycon starts off and Polka's next and Ambi's last. I have a whole system to it. And yes, even these buttons, everything is very strategical, or at least try to make it as like strategical. I'll try to like go through the motion as best as possible, because there's some really crazy and like bad circumstances you can have in some of the like game conditions, and you really, oh yeah, look at that, that was automatic function. That was crazy. See, I knew it. I knew it. I so knew it. It's a cooldown and an automatic function. I see. So they got that kind of rigged in this game. Ah. So after triggering certain phases, it goes into a certain mode.
This.
Whoa.
That's cool. That's good to know. Huh. A hidden mechanic. Something that you have to pay attention to. You'll think it's normal, but it's actually something that's hidden in the mechanics that you can control.
Let's play a little. Mind the voltage.
But you will pay for that, though. You hit me. Alright, so I guess I'll stand on this side of the dollar. You aggressive mushroom head. Man, if I had a pet, if they had like pet ethereals, Dullahan would be mine. Yeah, it'll have to be Dullahan. He'd be a great assist.
That'd be funny. Pet Dullahan.
Despite a bad ending, once the camera stops rolling, no one's really.
They should do that, like one where it's called like ethereal mode, and they'll have like all the like certain ethereal bosses fight along with you against like a crazy statted boss, and you get like really cool assists from the ethereals. That would be a really cool mini game. Had nothing to do with the storyline, just a fun mini game. And if they want to make it part of the storyline, they can. Sorry, I poked you. Wait, his sword, look, it's not glowing. His sword is not glowing.
Primo ideas if you're listening, devs.
You said. Whoops. Unplug this. Oops. I did the wrong thing. I can't find the mouse.
Despite a bad ending, once the camera stops rolling, no one's really
Be
gone.
right back.
If only the battlefield was just another scene in a movie. Despite a bad ending, once the camera stops rolling, no one's really gone. If only the battlefield was just another scene in a movie. Despite a bad ending, once the camera stops rolling, no one's really gone.
Okay. Alright.
If only the battlefield was just another scene in a movie.
Oh, jeez. What's going on with you, Ambi? What's going on? Alright. This battlefield. Alright.
Say no more.
Let's see. Any other characters that you were curious about in their play? Or anything, other questions?
I would like to see where you've gotten with Grace.
It's Riggs. Okay.
I'm at your disposal.
You're standing.
I shall follow your order.
Number 0, Ambi. This is the eradicate all.
What do you
I only
wanna?
handle technical matters.
What did you want to?
This is the
Need something?
You're standing by. Number 0. My lord. Let's start the. Need some standing by.
Is it time?
This is.
Need something? Go ask my colleagues.
Whoops.
Do you have a team for her?
Okay. I do have a team for her actually.
Like advanced in her gameplay? Because you didn't always play Grace. So wonder what's up? What's changed?
Okay. So, Grace herself is kind of like a mobility kit. I would say she's really an enabler to her that anomaly. I'll show you why. Actually, I don't have her in a kit anymore. I don't have her team. I gotta rebuild her team. So I'll put a team in there slightly.
It's our turn, bro. I'm at your
So
disposal.
for instance, this team I did.
How can I help?
I only handle technical.
Need something? Go ask my colleagues.
Let's start the experiment. This eradicate all. I only. This is the.
Need something? Go ask my colleagues. Huh? You sure you want
Yeah,
me to
this
join?
is the setup I do in the team. If anything, you can actually like probably write to me in the chat as you hear me, so you don't have to focus on the like stream. Just answer like if I ask something currently, I'll just do that. Then you can like expect to see it on the stream in a way. Until I like come up with a better flow system. Let me see. Alright, we're gonna do this guy. What's the only thing I need to change? Alright, this guy. Alright, so you want to see how she works. First I will do a thing. I will make him invulnerable, but he will be stonable, and I will make him movable so I can show you what stuff, so you can like see what I'm doing. Alright. Did he turn reverse? I think he did. He turned reverse. That's weird. Why does he turn that way? Interesting. I must be on the wrong side. So playing her.
Okay.
What I tend to do is I push buttons like all day. I'll push buttons, push buttons, push buttons, push buttons, push buttons, push buttons. No, I'm kidding. No, there's a system to her. See, because that didn't do that. Look at that. Look at that anomaly. Look, that's trash. Look, you're doing all that. You got all this anomaly. You built her stats up. She's like 300 something anomaly, and this is all you get. This is all you get. This is all you get. She's the anomaly queen, and this is all you get. For real? For real? Nah, that's not how you get it. Not for real. Like, you see that little button over there, that EX button? You see this little thing? You see those little shock things that's under her health, like at the top left of the screen? Hold on, let me help you see them. These little suckers right here. These little things. You pay attention to these. If you pay attention to anything with Grace, it's these. This is the reason why Grace is a cool character to actually have, and you focused on outside range attacks, where you can do. You're able to hit from this distance, this distance, this distance, this distance. It doesn't matter. But the closer you are, the more damage you do. Her and Billy is the same way. But if you want to do the most amount of her, this ain't gonna help. They ain't gonna do it. But this is gonna help you do something special. You see these little things on her belt? Those things are really real. She uses those. That's up. Now, when she's paired up with people like Haramasu, she can get certain things to trigger with her anomaly. Oh, I don't think you even realize. You seen the anomaly build up, right? You know, you seen that thing, it was taking forever. Yeah, I just triggered it. Because when shock enables, this happens. These things pop out. And guess who can use those?
Fine.
This guy's. Which means he's able to do this and then do that. Right? So that's cool, right? Now you get something cool with him now, right? 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 Because this is all he can do if you don't have that. What do you do? What do you do? Right? Well, to keep him in and going, this chick. This one. This little feet doodle bob who likes to wiggle her toes in the wind is the reason that something as deadly as those grenades makes her so deadly. Look at that. Look at that. That 3-hit combo with the EX. Just imagine if it was higher. Because now you really got anomaly. And now, if you were to throw out another one, that shock occurs. And look at where her thing is already. Oh wait, even though I just ran out of EX, look at the meter right now. Oh, she just got an EX. Thanks, Grace. Just not help me on my argument here, on my display here. But the dry one, look at that. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. But with enough, it triggers even higher. So that's one thing to her. So you can dance on the field as much as you want, but all you're doing is 1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, throw. And anytime you hear that little ting sound, that's how you know she did the thing. You hear that ting? Come in, and now you can go crazy with him. His little thing, I did get rid of that on purpose so I can show you that his thing to doing this, it doesn't trigger, that little attack thing doesn't trigger from just pushing a button. So if you're just doing this, you're gonna have to wait for a full combo.
You walk right into
get
this
it.
one.
After this, I can go home, right?
And you only get this. This is the combo you get from doing this. This is, I'm sorry for you. You have to push it down, hold the button for like half a second, let it off, and then push it again, and you go into a flurry of it. This is Hanamatsu's proclaimed dash attack. You can get it activated after doing his EX because he puts souls in and gives him the ability to do it. So if you have to end your combo stream, you can do it again.
Who's the pathetic one now?
You don't get one after your ultimate, so you end it with the ultimate, or you use the ultimate to start your combo, so you can make sure you got all the damage in that you can, because you're not trying to end on a combo with it. But
You rang?
she makes this super possible because of her ability to do this and then EX and then get a shock where he's able to come in and go ha. And keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And then when he's dry, you put her back in. 1, 2, 3, boom. And he's back in. And you can do this.
Okay.
And then you can get a nice little rotation with her. Because that automatically gives him the shock.
The three-pronged approach.
Did that like whole thing wrong, or not the whole thing, but how you come in with Hanamatsu. But this is just a great setup. So and then 1, 2, 3, shot. Come back in. But I have a whole different system how I play them, so that's why it's different. So, like, I'll show you how I play them, but this is typically how you really get Grace, like, going. She's just to create these anomaly buildups. That's it. Once you get this, then you can go crazy. But this is when you, like, I'll show you how this comes into play.
Ready.
Understood.
Alright.
Yep. Here, catch.
Grace.
After this, I can go home, right?
Because of
Be
the
careful with the pace, will you?
thing. I keep playing him
Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight?
Face the consequences.
Oops. I even went back the wrong way. So it's supposed to go back to her. And my dodging's off. Can't do one trip about that.
Fine.
So this is not typically how I play them.
Back up here.
I always play with these like this. Stunner. So I can get out of the way, man.
The three-pronged approach.
After this, I can go home, right?
This little one is so cute. I'll just explode.
Just for extra. Because I wanted to double.
Ready. With a clear mind, arrows fly through.
Here.
as if you're just going back and forth with them.
After this, I can go
Like
home,
literally
right?
Grace and Hanamasa.
Combat isn't my thing.
Again, if you're going back to Kingi, she can't block bullets, I forgot to tell you that. And then you're back to doing your thing with her. Oh, he ran like a little punk.
Here comes the
I'm
first.
about to eat this ultimate. Boom. Great.
Three-pronged approach.
After this, I can go home, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight?
1, 2, 3, 4.
You ready?
1, 2, 3, 4. Dodge out, boom. 1, 2.
Commence demolition!
Fine.
1, 2. Yeah, I'll wait for you to do all that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. And then I don't do all that all the time because that's just me trying to be a douchebag to the boss and knowing I can beat the boss and I'm just having fun. Because ultimately I would just switch back and forth and go stun and back and like into those stun modes and keep replenishing their life, because if I didn't have this thing enabled, this thing will be dead.
Be gentle with the cake, would you?
Whoops.
You ready?
Make way!
Understood.
Alright, so you want to do that, that's fine. Nope.
Justice is served.
I should just put him into a regular. I need to do all
The
that.
three-pronged approach.
After this, I can go home, right? Who's the pathetic one now?
Double. Ultimate. Just EX with that helps add on the damage. So, that's the point where I at least see Grace as like a great utility tool. I would say she is more of a tool. She works with tools? No kidding, I don't know. Just bad jokes today. Grace is really good with anomaly proficiency. If you need to activate her for shock, or to get that electric up really fast, she is a great option. She has other great tools, but that's where you start going to like her stats, and you really get into how she's going to work with certain team members. But this is like the first one I can tell you, like, this is what she's good at helping Hanamasa with, is being able to have the shock value up there so he can keep doing his little freaking dash attack, and if you have him up there, he can just annihilate stuff even if they're not even in stun state. So he's really good. Just gotta learn how to play him. Obviously I'm still a work in progress with him. I got a lot of work, especially learning still his rotation, based on even having this new value in. I still got work to do on that. But this is where I learned Grace is like the most proficient, is literally getting those shocks up and then doing EX to get like literally practically what 75% of the whole entire build up gauge, like in one moment. She is easy to trigger her EX. As you can see, like that small gauge is like barely even like 25%. Like it is 25%. It's so easy to get that much. And if you're coming in around with Chingy, you're just like immediately doing this. You're building her EX from all that. Doing all this builds up your teammates like stuff. See? As you can see, now their meter is built up. So by you doing dodge counters, see right here, you got here and here. So these are affected by how much somebody is doing on field, and these can change your dodging. Like if anything, pay attention to this over here, to all these numbers over here, and you'll see why. Oh, here we go. Perfect dodge. You get points for that.
Testing my aim.
Chain attack. You get points for that.
Better not get shot.
Chain attack times 2. These.
Sure. Following order.
See, those things build up, and that contributes to not just your decibel rating, but it contributes to the your allies' meter. Look, as you notice, like Grace barely hasn't been in since I even started demonstrating this, and look at her EX meter now. So you have to consider certain teams that either it's like going to be an energy build up thing with her. It's all these little things that you have to figure out with the toolkit, and being able to know how to maximize just this 1, 2, 3, and that. Maximizing that, and being able to get as much energy as you can back with her, to be able to do it again, and also reactivating that anomaly proficiency really to get that up there, because you want that 3-hit combo to immediately engage shock, because as long as she has EX, she can keep engaging shock, which means like this is a 2-hit a 2 combo string shock guarantee. But look at now, I got more EX. Now some battles allow you to have EX when you come in, which helps out, but still don't just come in with her and gunning for it. You can, actually you can, but just remember Hadamasa has energy too, so you have to manage that, and this combo is only going to work, probably is going to help you get one good extender with him, maybe 2, if you do it right. You can really get some really good strings on a full, but this is when you're like fighting the boss, and you're not actually fighting the boss with the stunner anymore. You're fighting the boss like toe to toe with Hadamasa and using Grace to keep him in the field. And this is making him more of the primary on-field agent instead of being so off-field, because this is what people are using him for when they say outfield, is this little buff right here. To be honest, it's not anything to me. It just is still not using a character, and I don't do that. I don't play to those advantages. If I have a character on the team, I'm using them. I'm not using them passively. I don't like using characters passively. I like to play them actively as much as possible. So even having Grace as number 2 and him as the main primary damager, he won't really have utility without her. And then she just makes things possible because she puts the enemies down so he can get his buff, and he can also do way more damage. She keeps him she keeps the flow. Like on any stunner at this point will just keep the flow going to give the characters, everybody in your team, time to build up, because you can get stuff like this. You know, you can get away with this in a certain part of a like Hollow Zero. Do this, abuse it. You know why? The whole time you're doing it, you can build up off little tiny enemies.
After this, I can go home, right?
Take her back in and just do it again. Look at that. Building everything, all my resources. Pros do this in freaking fighting games where they will just whiff attacks so they can build up bar, so they can do all their special techniques and just kill the crap out of their opponent. when they're done building up.
The three-pronged approach.
After this, I can go home, right?
Understood?
So that's when people are really gonna start coming in with combos, and that's when you can actually have your team look at like
Okay.
looking that combo between these two,
Fine.
like master that little combo
here.
string.
Ready.
These two will just decimate a field.
Sure.
These
Right.
two will decimate. Haramasa
Fine.
and Grace will
Understood. I'm here.
decimate.
Ready.
With pleasure. You rang?
Yeah, I'm here.
Understood.
It's weird. I just noticed
I'm
that.
here.
Even though if I push back, they still
With
like,
pleasure.
have a little
Okay.
thing. They can't go back to the other party member. So if I go to Grace, I can't
Right.
go back to Haramasa immediately.
You rang?
It'll make me go to Chinyi. So you have to be careful with that. Tip for you guys, I just learned something new.
Sure.
Yeah, be careful how fast you trade. 1,
I'm
2,
here.
3,
Yeah, I'm here.
and coming back will trade you to that original for third person if you're trying to go back, or and then go
With
forward.
pleasure.
So like this is forward. So trying to go to
Ready.
Haramasa, back to
Okay.
Grace, and then back to Haramasa, back to Grace. There's a time
Yeah,
limit
I'm
you
here.
do that. If
I'm
you do
here.
it too soon, if I go Haramasa, Grace, and then try to go back, see that? It threw in Chinyi.
Fine.
Sure.
There's a time limit.
Okay.
See that? Yeah, it messed up the whole flow.
Yeah, I'm
I
here.
can go back, but now
I'm
it
here.
changed up the dynamic of the flow.
With pleasure.
It's like it changed the flow chart for a second. So that is something to really know. One, everybody who loves to do this a
Okay,
lot and switch
Right.
between your teams, know that's going to happen to you.
I'm here.
So be wary, be weary. I did say that at the beginning too, of this whole tutorial, or this whole like I guess button mashing beatdown. Is really learning that. Learn that also your EXs have two different versions of them, even though that button activates. There's still the dry one. That's still an EX, but it doesn't count and have the effects of it. It doesn't interrupt, but it's still a heavy move. This is a heavy move. Learning that this is a light move. All those are light moves until she does that. Actually, I think that's still a light move. I have to... That's a heavy move. But the EX, heavy move, and interrupts, this is a heavy move as well. Which means a heavy move can activate a stun.
Together we feel.
So do know this. Like, ingrained
After this, I
into
can
your
go
mind.
home, right?
If you are ever seeing a boss and it's like meter is rainbow, and you're like panicking, you're like, oh, I need to activate the stun. Well, this is how you activate the stun. You literally just EX. Press the button. Don't hold it. Don't know nothing. Just press the button. It counts as a heavy. Even with Grace, it counts as a heavy. It's a heavy move. That's still a heavy move. You can activate. Dang, she has range with this. But remember, it's a heavy move. It can activate the EX move if the bar is ever there. So just remember that.
You rang?
I think that's all I really have to teach about Grace. Just remembering that this 1, 2, 3, her kit, to be able to give her a shock and to build those up. As you can see, they're now glowing on her belt. It's not because of these little things here. It's literally because now they're actually charged and she pulls them off of her. And now you can see they're empty. So for your visual learners, this is identifier. Pay attention to her belt. You'll see that. So if you're not good at looking top left of the screen and knowing that your thing is available, and you're running around and you're like, oh, is it available? I don't want to take my eyes off. Well, this is how you know. This is your identifier. Look at her belt. And you don't have to take your eye off the bat. All you have to do is know, is there a blue glow on my character right now? Which is why her character design works so well, because it's a blue design against black and red. It's very, very obvious. You can see it in any hollow. It doesn't matter what stage you're on, you're going to see it. And you know you have it. When you're not glowing and you're running around and you don't see no glow, that's how you know. Ah, that's one hit. Ah, 2 hits. Panic. 3 hits. Oh, there it is again. Ah. Oh, shock, yes.
Yeah.
Ah, let's go crazy. I don't know. Because when you get that shock, it interrupts the enemy. So just know you can, if you have the right plan behind it, you can do some stuff. That's all you need to really keep in mind. Because she's a keep away character. She's not meant to be all up close and personal trying to get damage with this. This is not her kit. This is not her B&B. This, her B&B is this. Throw them out. 1, 2, 3. Throw them out. So you can get that shock in there. When you shock them, it interrupts them, stops them from anything, and then opens this kid up, and he can do this. See that? Now they're gone. But she can come back and then throw him back in, add on to it. See that? Because this does stack. So you can make it pop up multiple times. So don't believe that like one string with Grace is going to give you the whole thing. It's not. It has to be built up. There's a stack system to it. So when you come in with Grace and you throw one of these, you get that shock out, and you switch to Hadamasa, and you think you're gonna get a whole combo like that whole string out. You can, but you're only gonna get one. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Combo's over. That's it. But if you do come in with Grace and you get this sucker out. And you come in and you EX with him. 1, 2, 3, 4. See? You see how he's able to keep going? So you're able to get an extra string off of that. So you can keep going. So don't feel afraid to come in with her and just right off the jump. Oh, I'm just going ultimate. Boom, that's guaranteed shock. And then he can come in, add on to it. 1. Oh shoot, I died before I can do the thing. But you get my drift. You get my drift. So she's a nice little add-on kit. She's like an extra grenade that you have in your pocket, and you're fighting a horde of enemies, but you're tired of fighting a horde of them. But you just need one big old bang out of them, and you can take them out. That's the big bang. Is Grace is throwing that little like small grenade in a whole fight, interrupting it, and just laughing at them, and then turning the fight completely against them with somebody that's fast and agile, which is Hadamasa. So, you know, his range is ridiculous. Like I don't like. Let me emphasize you his range, so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, look. Check this out. You're gonna laugh at this. From the corner of the map, right? Watch this. That's stupid. It's awesome, but that's stupid. So if you're not using him like this, what is going on? I don't know. Something's not there. I get it being like into the like moment, but this means that Hadamasa is not just a off-field guy all the time. She can open up that ability for him to come out on the field and go crazy on any enemy. If there's multiple enemies, he's going to be flash stepping all over the place, annihilating everybody. The range is ridiculous, and which means like as long as he's out and you're attacking at the wrong moment, you're not just butt mashing, and you're making sure every single one of these come out at a certain moment, so you know, oh, you missed the button. Now I'm gonna punish you for it. You punched. You shouldn't have did that. I'm gonna punish you for that. I mean, I'm talking about any distance. You see an enemy do something, and they think like, oh, I'm gonna snipe you from over here, and you're sitting here with him like this, like I dare you. And as soon as they go through the animation, you're like, stupid, and then boom, invulnerable to whole strike too. As soon as your blades touch him, bam, jump back. Now, and you get that whole combo off of him. And if you can get a second one, that's even greater. But remember, you get one added on with without the shock. And that's just, man, it's so ridiculous.
Sure.
So that's why I like using her, because she does this. She's able to add the shock really fast. She accumulates it. She gets good stun, which now gives him that advantage. And now he gets to do this. Do it again. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he's back in. See, it will be a thing. So yeah, it's a really, really good setup. And I'm sure she can go into many other teams, but that's just how Grace is. This is what I learned with her. She's helped me learn one of the more complex characters more thoroughly because of her setup. Her utility allowed me to get that extra wear and tear out of this dying old boy. I'm so sorry for harming myself. But yeah, this is what it gives me, and this is what I've gained out of this whole format for him. Taking out stats and all this other extra stuff. This is just literally seeing, I push this button, this registers this skill, okay, this happens, okay, what can I do with it, before I started understanding the stats. Because the stats didn't really make sense to me if I didn't understand to how many times I'm going to be using this one skill. And if I'm not using it, why in the world am I building it? There's many things to teach, but this is what I wanted to do, is teach you some of the basics, some of the things I know about these characters and how they shine, just what they're being overlooked on.
Let's start
Need something?
This is
Just about everybody has something that they're kind of overlooking. That there's possibilities in all these characters. You just have to have the right setups for them. And there's so many. That's the best part of having so many characters, because now everybody has a setup. Just by having these crazy, I'm pretty sure every single player did one crazy pull, and it got either Miyabi or Yanagi, or got freaking lighter. Like, they got somebody really good on a pool, and that one character can carry them very, very, very far. Like, shoot, Lycone has been mine. So, like, if I needed to beat content and I knew that I needed something that can, like, fight against it, stun it, put it down, or even like survive long enough, it was always going to be Lycone. So that's why I've been running with him so long. And I got all these other S ranks, obviously, but they're just for the damage. Like, I had Ellen, like, she was my second character. I got her on the second pool, like, right off the bat. And I've been building her, and I didn't even know I was building her. I didn't even understand the concepts of Mindscapes, but I M2'd her around the same time I got her. I did like a pool, and then I used all my other pools on Ellen, so I got M2 Ellen. I was still grateful for it because it unlocked something in the game for me. I didn't even know it was a thing for her. And now she plays so much more fluidly compared to everybody else who plays the trial version of her and gets like this really whacked out kind of version of her where she's not able to do her EX chain with her basic attack, and it's really horrible because the dry version, like just straight up raw dogging the dang EX off the bat to get the tail whip, it takes up 50% of her freaking EX to be able to do the whole thing, and it's a waste. Where you can get 25% of that from just doing the EX chain with the base or the basic EX chain. So, like I said, there's things and rules in this game, and it's like, it's annoying because you need Mindscapes to be able to unlock these rules and get past them and really play the real potential of the character, which is why people are like, oh, these characters are trash. Well, yeah, currently they are, because they need to be Mindscaped to be better, and it's obvious. Like, I mean, I don't think I even have Grace.
Start the experiment.
Yeah, look, she's M0. I can only imagine what she'll be like as what? Let's see. I can only imagine her like leveled up, like when Gracie's basic attack hits energy, enemy, all members gain. Oh, see, look at that. She helps Hadamasa before he comes out, so he can go even crazy with her, crazier with his EX. It's not a lot, but it helps. Like, that long game really does help. Wind Grace's grenade hits an enemy during a basic attack, special attack, or EX special attack. The target's electric resistance is reduced by 8.5, so she's a debuffer. Oh my gosh, she's even more better. And then electric anomaly buildup resistance, which means her EX is gonna pop that thing easily. Look at that, Grace. Man, people don't know what they're sitting on. They actually have Grace leveled up in Mindscapes. They don't even know what they have. Basic attack dodge, yeah, this one. Or when Grace uses her EX special, she gains 6 stats of charge. Oh my god. So that means I can use a stack of charge and use the EX. I wonder if it charges again. So does that mean I can just like EX charge and keep throwing out like bombs, like full on charge grenades at them one by one, just boom, boom, boom. Like, that'll be sick. That'll be so much freaking anomaly. And like, why would you even need that? Like, that means you could just swap her in, throw an EX out, swap back into Hadamasa or whoever your electric damage is, go crazy, swap out, do it again, and then swap out, and it's just like, oh my god, that whoever is doing electric damage is gonna shred through that enemy's defense. It's gonna shred through their health. Like, it's that actually more their health. Not unless their character has pin on them, then you're gonna go through some form of. But I wonder if there has to be a certain percentage for it to activate. When Grace uses her EX special attack, she gains 6 stacks of charge. When her basic attack or dodge attack hits an enemy, 1 stack of charge is consumed. It increase her energy generation of the attack by, which will be good because her dodge will buff her. She will lose a grenade, but now, I mean, shoot, that is even better, to be honest. Dang, it sucks that it takes one stack. Because if you come in with no stacks, I wonder if you actually get robbed of this buff. Which means you want to like trade her in and make sure she at least has a stack of 3 before. So you got to hit them once before trading in or trading out. Number 5, another boost, which will be even better because she'll definitely stun or definitely freaking shock the crap out of them, which is a lot of interrupt. When all zap stacks are consumed, to activate the special or EX special attack, Grace skill is enhanced, tossing an extra grenade and increasing the each grenade by damage by 200%. Ooh, she's like that one dude with a freaking noob tube on the top of his freaking his AR or under his AR, just boom, boom. That's what freaking Grace becomes, one of those. So that's really good. And she has 2,400 attack with 300 anomaly. I can only imagine that higher and this higher. Oh my gosh, that will hurt. Double crit. Probably if I was able to have anomaly proficiency on every single one of them, and then actually, you know what? No, forget double crit, because at this point, it ain't even about that. It ain't even about the damage. I mean, her damage is going to hit hard anyway, so her having crit damage as a substat, but it will be really wise to focus on like high end anomaly proficiency, dude. And probably actually no. You can get so much, but then again, there's so many bosses who have high resistance, and it's not about these little tiny meteor bosses. It's about some of these big ones in the Hollow Zero, where you're doing full-on intensities. That's where it all comes down to. So this anomaly proficiency definitely needs to be higher. Like, shoot, as high as it can possibly get. I don't know if like 400 is a thing. I have not seen that number in anomaly proficiency, but 400 will be definitely sick. It'll be super sick nasty with whatever attack. If I can stay around this attack or even get to 3k, that'll be cool. But I'm not focused on it. It's about this, because once this is engaged, her abilities shine, and that's going to give that shock value every single time, and that's going to bring out everything with Hanamasa. That's the team for her.
Let's start the
Hanamasa,
experiment.
whoever stunner you want to have, or whoever else you want to have on the team. You can even put Silver in the beginning as the attacker and still get away with craziness with that team, because she's a one-man army, but her getting extra stacks just makes her even more deadly. So having Grace come out like first, like shoot, even Grace coming in and just going crazy with the anomaly, it's just gonna make these two go crazy at the end. Like she's just gonna build up more. She's gonna continue to build up way more, and then by the time he comes out, it's just like havoc. And then switching back and forth between these two, until he's drying resources, she's drying resources. She comes out and just continues wreaking havoc. I can see that happening too. It depends on people's flow, their play. If they can actually pull off the like an aggressive team like that, that's what that will do to attackers in a anomaly proficient master. That's what that is. But she will have to act as a support, just enabling shocks and enabling those buffers and debuffs before another person comes in. So you'll pretty much like use the resources on your attacker, switch back to Grace, debuff. If you have the mindscapes to be able to activate that, then you switch back to, you know, Ambi, go crazy on her damage, wear all her resources, and then by then, if you haven't stunned them or whatever it may be, switch back to Grace, and then you can switch back to Hanamasa and have him enabled, and then you can just continue to go crazy with her. It's like a dry little chain thing you can do before a chain attack, because you're not focused on stun, you're focused on trying to get the maximum amount of damage every hit. So that's how you're trying to do it with a team like that. To have Grace be effective, that's how she's effective. I don't know if you have any other characters that you may have had. Like, you can see my roster. Every single character that's level 60, I have attempted to play them and learn them. So there's like things I know. Things I don't know is based on like the high level experience, which there's still some untapped nature. I haven't gotten to that point yet. But I can give you the basics of the basics and help you understand what you may be missing out on the character individually, not just like toolkits, just literally how they operate. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to ask or answer any of those questions to the best of my abilities. I need to get me something to drink though. I am parched. I don't even know what there was something made. I might make me burgers. It'd be a nice meal to cook. I really want to find this song. This song is killing me. I know it ain't that one. Oh, you know what? I don't think I know where it is. Yep. Well. When I see it, I'll know. It's not this album. Here we go. I think it might be in one of these. Nope. For some reason, he made me think that was it. see. Well, can you explain how you defy the anomaly resistance? Like if an enemy's main weakness is ice and resistance is physical, but you only have one ice character, how do you process? Or proceed. Oh, sorry. How do you proceed with an enemy that is resistance to mine? So that's like saying, for instance, like you have a nice team, like, or they're weak. Their weakness is ice, but they're strong against like physical. So what happens is if they're strong to it, they have a certain amount of defense. They have two different enemies have two different defense. They have the anomaly resistance defense, which means if they're resistant to ice, they're resistant to the ice buildup as well. So it takes longer to like freeze them or do certain anomaly things. Unless that character is high proficient anyway, they're still gonna like be resist to a certain degree, depending on how high the resistance is for that enemies, and depending if it's a boss or like a minor, like kind of like a tiny little minion. I call them minions. Like minion, like all they do is just like cluster up and they just attack in swarms. So really, they're like the minions, or the like those like level 1 of all the enemies, and those ones are like I just attack them and build up bar and build up resource, and don't really go crazy with the EX, and not unless I can do like unless I need the EXs and stuff to do chain attacks and buff on my squad. That's just built how I have it built. That's just extra stuff. But if I'm still like, say for instance, I'm fighting an enemy that is resistant to ice, then I'll give you an example. It will be really not smart to play Lycone, because I'll be trying to get the stun, and I know I'm going to get resistant on some of that impact because of his resistance to ice. And the only way you really get strong stun with Lycone is to get the get that EX, or get his boots to light up, and you have to hold it, which does ice damage. But if they're resistance, they're going to be resistant to some of that impact, so it makes it slower to get them built up. But this is where it's cool, because you have characters like Pokora that kind of like, it's like, oh, you're resistant to ice, but you're not resistant to physical, you know, that she's able to get that extra stun damage, so all you're doing is like stacking with her. This is where that double stun comes in now. But what if you don't have that, and you're really fighting a boss and you really are stuck fighting the resistance? How do you fight something on that? You just fight it. Legitimately, there's no answer to it. To be honest, like if you are playing a team and you have to go into a hollow and you're forced to fight a certain thing at a certain caliber, in like, or if it's shield defense, you can actually operate it because you can choose your team. If you are fighting an enemy and it's like it's a fire boss, but you don't have no fire team, you'll have a physical team, or you have, and it says you can't use a ice team because it's resistant to ice. So what do? Go with your second best team. You're gonna have to pick a physical team. Hopefully you got an electric team that does high-end damage. It doesn't have no resistance, it's just the damage is now not full damage. And the thing is, you can still get full damage out of that team, out of that character, as long as there's no resistance. And if there's no resistance, you're gonna get dry damage, but you're gonna see how much your team is either weak or strong at that point. And you're gonna see how far they compete. Because if it really is your team is only able to perform only during the time you're facing their weakness, then that's going to be pretty sad. Because what happens when you're inside of a hollow that changes up the weaknesses to different bosses, and everything becomes like, oh, you're going to face this one now. Oh crap, I don't have anything to do any damage against this one. What am I going to do? It switches up your technique. It forces you to go a different route when you thought there was just one technique applies to all. There is certain teams that are just ridiculously strong, And there's even still things that get thrown in front of those players that are like their physical resistance or their fire resistance, and they're using Evelyn, they're going crazy with her, but they're still able to get all these nice little satisfying buffs and things rolling with them, which it makes it easier to go through the long-term fight. And that's what it comes down to. Can you fight the long-term fight, which is going to be probably like around 5 minutes max. Like, you imagine being stuck in a 5-minute max fight in Zenn'd. Usually they're about like 2 minutes because you're trying to kill the boss and within 3 chain attacks. You know, you're not trying to be in there for like 10 chain attacks and stuff like that. That's a long fight, you know. And that's where it gets to a point where it wears out the player's skill level, where they're able to do the short burst. You know, they quick for like a good minute, but after like 3 minutes roll by, their skill and their precision is down, and then now they're just getting shredded apart. You know, it's a different thing that comes into those types of players. So it really, if you're trying to say, what do you do in a situation if you're meeting against a boss and is resistant against you have no way of being able to like, nah, I have no character that's not going to hit it with this element or this anomaly, and it's not going to resist it. You fight the long fight. Get prepared for a long fight and don't get hit. Try not to get hit. That's all you're worried about, is don't get hit, because the more you get hit, the closer you get to death. And the closer you get to death, then you're going to lose a character. And once you lose a character, then there goes your technique. There goes a lot of different things. Your whole playthrough dynamic changes. And if you're not ready for it, your panic sets in. And when you panic, that's when it's over. You're not able to keep a composed and level head for the situation, for what's changing, and you just get beat up easily, and then that's it, you're done. You know, you don't want it to be that way. You want to still try and learn as much as you can with just the 2 characters you have, even if it's just one. You know, fight until the end and learn what you can. This is what, game over and you restart the match over again? You're going to do that anyways if you just force quit, so might as well get the most out of your experience. Yeah, just so this is, if you want to, you're talking like, this is being probably my biggest rule. And when it comes down to button mashing, don't panic. Don't panic. If you die, you die. Just gain from the experience and learning what doesn't work, because people who button mash in hopes and desperity. And if you're playing for desperity, which means you're playing super sweaty and you really want to get past that part, you're afraid to lose, which means there's something more psychologically like in tune with you than you know. Which means that you probably need to take the game a little slower and just enjoy for what it is and be prepared to die. Because if you're trying to go through this incredible like streak, I don't know who you're trying to prove anything to or what you're trying to prove, but you're not going to get there, because you're always going to die in the game. You're always going to be put through some high stakes situation. You're going to have to really struggle. So if you're not playing a game like that, then it's not a video game, and it's not fun, and it's not worth to come back to. So it has to have some challenge. So learn a little bit. If you come across something like that and you're in a situation like that, fight through it. Fight through it. See if you can beat it. My first oath to myself for literally like 3 patches up to 1.3, I stayed with the whole ice team. I did not care. It is to a point. 1.1 and 1.2 was literally all like weak to freaking ice. That was insane. But there was a point where that stopped. 1.3, yeah, make sure of that. And it was about fire and physical. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. I'm still going to keep trying. And I was still kicking butt. But, you know, you only get so far. You only get so far. So, honestly, if you are trying to build up resistance, like trying to deal with that, there's nothing you can do. You came into the match knowing what you're going to face. So yeah, you know, to be honest, in your second point of to be able to complete content, you can complete any content in this game. There's no reason. They give you trial characters and everything to beat content. The only thing you're not beating is in-game content, which is like the tower, is Hollow Zero. It's gonna be really tough. but you're still going to be able to beat it to a certain degree on certain difficulties. You can still beat Noctorious Hunt. All you need to do is be level 60 and you can beat that one. They give you way too many advantages to win that. You know, there's nothing really to say, oh, this is stopping me, I can't get farther. There's nothing. Honestly, there's too many teams, too many characters, too many things, layouts, all this other stuff that has made the game a lot easier. So to say you can't really compete to it is just like, I think that's just laziness, a skill issue. Like that is, I will say, negligence to their own skill. To be honest, everybody has a skill level to be able to attain any new skill. And I think anybody has that ability. It's just the factor that they don't want to, because they don't want to go through the work. They don't want to struggle. They don't want to fail. So there's some things that are missed, and it needs to be paid attention to. It's really important when it comes down to developing yourself as a player in a game and understanding mechanics, because you're trying to understand something down to a science, and science is very hard. There's a lot of numbers and, you know, trajectories and all this bull, and it's hard to keep up with, and some people are scared of that. So I do respect those of the casual crowd. You guys do have a different area of learning curve. I've surpassed it. I've been playing games way too long. So, like, to be honest, I've been playing them my whole entire life. And I've learned how games work. But honestly, I mean, for just Zenn'd, really stomp with what you got. Start upping characters. Find 2 core teams. If you have 2 core teams, like 2 teams you know that for sure these teams can kick butt, make sure you have those 2 teams ready. One will cover the other, because they don't throw like double resistance on both of them. Like, you have one boss that's just completely ice and the other one is like ice as well. No, they're gonna have one is gonna be ether and the other one's gonna be ice. You know, it's gonna switch. So you're gonna have a team. There's gonna be a character that's not gonna be able to do maximum, but they still are functional. And that's the thing. Also realizing that character is functional, and you can still use them in a fight to do something. Whether it's debuffing, getting them open, or leaving another character in exposure to, you know, a benefit, an advantage in a fight. That's all it's really about, and then keeping up with that. So if you're able to do that, you're going to be able to be proficient in the fight. No matter how many hits you take, how many times you die, that's what you become more proficient in. So that's like my biggest rule of thumb. This will let your thumb up off the damn button when you're button mashing and you're panicking. And I will give this advice to anybody, like, really let off the buttons. You don't have to button mash. You can typically get out of a situation if you stop and just wait for it. Alright, I'm getting hit right now. I can survive the rest of these hits, but what is going to be my response? Start thinking about that. And this is in the moment you're getting hit. Your character is getting hit, and there's nothing you can do about it. You don't know how to get out of it. This is how you get out of it. Start thinking about that rule. What is my response when I'm done? Which means, am I going to dodge? Am I going to get out of the way? Am I going to escape? I'm going to run a little bit of distance and attack? Or am I going to get up and just start button mashing and hoping something works? What are you going to do? And whatever you do, just realize whatever mistake you make out of that, learn from it and go, okay, that didn't work. I thought I was going to wake up and button mash and it was going to do something work, and it didn't work because I don't know what button was doing what. Get up and learn what button does what, and know how it's going to be able to punish the enemy for them hitting you. You know, every single time they hit you, you can hit them back. There's a point you can't hit back, and that's what a fight is. So without the philosophy of it, I think you can really do this. Genesis, you can really easily do this. Like, the anomaly weakness does happen a lot. It does suck, but it's doable. It's just setting the game on very hard, where it's like they are hitting you hard and you're not doing crap damage to any of their like health, but you like learn them so well, and you're just like, nah, I don't care what move you throw out, I can see it coming and I can just beat you up until the time runs out. And if there's no time limit, well, guess what? You're gonna die eventually because I see your health going down. So that's all it comes down to. It's just that mental game and putting yourself in that process. You know, if you're fighting time, then you really do have to figure it out. All right, how can I do this as fast as possible? Well, thank you for asking for the audience. For those who do need to know this, it's a big thing. I didn't get to find my song, which sucks. I do need to find it. I need to really like go through it and start clicking every single song. I'm like, which one is it? I think it's one of these names. No. Oh, and here it is. This is the song. This is crazy. This is the song I was looking for. Welcome. No, I'm kidding. It's all late. Dang, that's so crazy. But this is the song I was actually going to have playing for this tutorial guide for you guys. So you can have something for it. So whoever views this stream, know this is what you're going to learn out of it. It's a learning experience. Some philosophical part. Oh yeah, do a run to the song. Alright. Well, I'm gonna play with, let me see. Alright, let me see. Alright, I'll fight this guy right here. This team.
Out your right hand.
Ever heard the whistle of arrows in flight?
What?
With pleasure. Yep. This little one's gotcha. Every effort counts.
I hate that thing. For that very reason. Nope. Ah.
Round them up.
And stop. Yeah. There you go. Shingi and my team. Hope you enjoy. This is fun. It's a nice little day cruise in Zenn'd. My favorite automaton of all time. Shingi. I think that's really all I got for you guys. That's what I like about casual gamers. They can just, you know, just do something. But I think sometimes they get burnt out because they try to do things that everybody else is doing, and they should be going by their own pace and speed, how they go about things. So if you're a casual gamer, try not to blend your gameplay and lifestyle with those of the pros, because theirs is a fast-paced, high-end play style that requires a lot of work, dedication, requires time. If you don't have that, or you don't really have the attention span, or I would say attention span, like you really don't focus on that thing, you have much more other things that are more important to you by proxy or by like sheer importance, just go with that. Yeah, so other than that, really play this game. Just play it. Have fun. It's there. Man, devs, please up this dang thing with the training course. I'm tired of fighting just Guardian as like the highest end boss for mobile, full mobility. Like updated. I would love to be able to train against some high end bosses. Like I want to be able to like if I don't know, we have. Can you at least put something that we can have the 3 bars like set up so we can know how like the 3 bar like team attacks and chain attacks would work for our like more efficient builds. Fighting in like Notorious Hunt is help, but it really does not. Like we want to be able to like control this the EX. We want to have unlimited EX and unlimited of these things so we can see how many times we can actually go through these things and like, alright, I can push this button here, push this button here, and really learn. That's how anybody learns in a game. This is how I learned this game, is playing this, but this is not enough. Like at this point, this game is surpassed so far in content. We need more. Sorry if this is very loud. Okay, sorry if I'm loud, but we need more content. We need more content that helps the VR training. And this is it. That's it. Just create a 3 bar stun system instead of this 2 bar. Like these bosses, they're not bosses. They're not even like that category. We need literally the yellow, whatever that high end stat one that allows us to be able to freaking. There's a thing. Gosh, I hate having to do this. Like, it's not even here. Let me see. It's. Let me see. Okay. Oh my goodness, what I was gonna do. I just saw all this and it was just like, bloop! Memory deleted. And I was like, oh, great, thanks. Panel, energy. Oh no. I need to see. See, I can't see it here. So, hold on. I will leave it. So, I don't need this anymore. Need surveys. I need a survey, a random survey. So I'm gonna make this it. I wanna put this here. Actually, I think there's a way to access it. I want to see if I can access it that way. I think it's here. No. Darn it. I mean, I can't access it from here. Wait. Yeah, see, I got this here. Oh no, it takes me to the link. Okay. Okay. So free training. Okay. Alright, I guess I have to go back to it. I got multiple of these things opening up on my computer right now. Alright, I gotta close them all. Let's see, actually. Alright, we're gonna just head back to the place. And I'll show you exactly what I mean, actually. Yeah, the lag. I know. Sorry. I don't know if it should be better now. Alright, so this thing is supposed to be, where are you? There, here we go. So there's certain bosses that will allow you to get like a 3 type attack on them. So apparently these guys don't. There's a version of this one that gives you a 3. There's, I think, a version of this one that gives you 3. But it's weird. And the rest of these are like minions. These are like the minions I was talking about. So, like, these guys have 3. They can trigger like up to 3 chain attacks. When I say 3 chain attacks, this is when every single person in your party is able to participate in the chain attack. Which at the end, if you do a 3, it gives you the option of using a bang boo to chain attack with the last person that you're doing the chain attack with, doing some kind of like extra damage or added on effect. These they're only triggered through certain types of bosses, like this one, like Lumberjack or Rampant, or Hollow Thug Rampant. So Rampant Brute. Now these guys don't. These gold ones don't. They don't. They only give you 2. So in training exercise, we're typically getting the only ones that are able to like trigger a double chain attack. The 3 we're missing. We should be able to have some kind of like, even these guys are old. We've been fighting these guys for a while. This guy, we kind of are a little bit more new to this guy, but at least add him to the roster of that. If you need a first generation roster, I will at least put the Butcher in there. You're talking about some specials, like, or some like actual good ones. I will say, oh well, shoot. I would say the Butcher. But actually, no, since they're already in Noctorious Hung, we're talking about like other ones. How about not those? Because they're already in Noctorious Hunt. But we just need something to train against. So I think this guy we fight. I don't think we do. So this one, I think we could. I seen a 3 version of this. I think I have. If not, that sucks. This one is Pompeii. We faced that one plenty. I actually think that making this one like a 3 will be even cool because it's so big. Just up its stats for training. Actually, no, that would be really cool. But Nineveh, we fought her many times. We don't even really have anything besides her like her throne thing. But I think that would be even cool. Just do a 3. Like a training exercise and have Nineveh in there, and even have her in her phasal things, like to understand how phases work, because she does certain attacks at certain phases of her health. That will be cool, and to be able to know that would be awesome. Be able to do that. Shoot, just put Nineveh as the 3-star, or the maximum, like literally. Like that'll be perfect. Put Nineveh in there as a training exercise. We can train up on her, and then she teaches us all the different mechanics that we need to know to be able to actually fight against bosses like that, which will help us with all these other ones. I think that will help. Just update it, please. Update it. We need better training. We don't have the best, but I think more of the newer players will be able to feel more comfortable playing this game with that option. And knowing that they can feel safe to be able to play, and know they can get hit, but they don't die for it. You know, they can at least play it and don't have to keep feeling like they fail every time. They can play at their own leisure and just learn the combos. That's actually how I love playing fighting games in the first place, is being able to go to the practice room, train up on a combo that I don't like, that I can't
really perfect or do and get good at it, and then eventually like feel comfortable to turn the CPU on and then fight against it and see if I can do it. And then when I know I can do it, I'm like, ooh, cool. Let me go into the arcade mode and see how far I can do it when the game starts getting more harder. So, pause. But anyways, I think that will be a great add-in. That's my only add-in I can say for this game. We just need in this game will be so much more fleshed out just with it. But multiple bosses that are in that same rank, just the database in general. We need the ability to be able to practice against these bosses on the practice level. I think every single boss should be able to practice in the practice level, so you can really understand and get used to it, because there's challenges that these guys are creating. Don't get hit, and you're like, well, I don't know all the ways to not get hit, and I can't practice something that's like going to help me understand it like repeatedly over and over again. And we don't have no training mode, so that's why people are doing it and able to do the challenge to an extent. And I'm not sure if anybody's beaten it. If they have, congratulations, you're beefy, but it's still something that is a rare thing. I guess that's what separates the strong from the weak. I guess so. But those who are still trying to become stronger do need some training, need help, they need guidance. And this is the only thing I can think of to help guide them, without even taking away from too much of the game. Not for the learning curve or any of that. Just help people learn the game, get better. So they just want to feel like they're part of the game. They want to feel like they did something, you know. And this is, might as well just give it to them, and it will help them. And once it grows the community, then you just let the community be the community. It's gonna be that way at the end of the day. So, I hope you guys learned something though. Sorry for my long rants and all that whatnot, philosophical talk, blah 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 blah. But this is my take. So thank you if you have stuck it out to this point. Thank you till the end. I'll do this again and again probably, and again and again and again. I will really try to do this over and over again because I enjoy it, and it's really cool to be able to give out like tips, little small things that I know. Not blah. I know. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I really do. You've been rocking with me, so I'm gonna keep going. So thank you. I appreciate it. Love you. Until next time. Streaming boot camp again and again. Streaming boot camp again and again. Streaming boot camp again and again. Alright, I'm out here.